Welcome. If you're watching this, this is for you. Today's video, the only things that exist are positivity and negativity. It's only two things. That's it. I know I've said before, and some smart critical thinkers who are stupid might say, oh, you shouldn't think in binaries, there could be third, there could be other. It's just positive and negative. Stop overthinking. Tune out everything you ever learned in school. Tune out everything you watch on social media. Tune out all of your desires, everything that you're chasing that you don't need, and just to realize there is only positivity and negativity. Everything that you do, every single thing that you do, every step that you take, every piece of work that you do for work, every time you brush your teeth, every shower, every time you use the bathroom, every single small, tiny action you make was either positive for yourself or negative for yourself. And I'm not talking about other people. I'm not talking about you being in a relationship and doing something and sacrificing yourself for someone else or even for your child. All of that is gone. Only you exist. All that you can do is do positive things for yourself or negative things for yourself. If you need to, if you're in this type of place where you really are broken down and at the bottom, or even if you're at the top, but you still are trying to figure out the next step forward, just categorize everything you want to do for yourself, everything that you do in a day normally, into positive bracket, negative bracket. I don't care what anyone thinks. This is true. This is real. You might be scrolling too much, negative bracket. You might be waking up on time, positive bracket. You might be eating McDonald's once a week, negative bracket. Might be making salads for yourself 3 times a week, positive bracket. You might be reading some good books, positive bracket. You might be waking up late, negative bracket. Do not overthink this. Everything that you can do possibly in your life is positive or negative. You might take a nice vacation for yourself, positive. You might be overpaying for that vacation, negative. Find a affordable yet nice vacation to make. You might have high bills leaving you in the negative months to month, negative. Cut back on some of those bills, file bankruptcy, call those credit card companies, tell them you will make a deal, get them off your back, positive. Work, you might hate your job, but you still got to go to make money, positive. You might hate your job, but you're not doing anything to try to change it, negative. You might complain that you don't have enough time for things, negative. You might also not wake up as early as you could to address the things you don't have time for, also negative. Could you wake up earlier? Could you find a new job? Could you quit, downsize, break your lease, go home? Maybe, maybe not. Could you get a studio apartment, cramp your family into it because you got to make it, got to get it out the mud? Maybe. Positive. Maybe that's too much. Maybe that would be negative because if all 3 of y'all went into a 1-bedroom studio, the world will collapse. So maybe that goes into the negative bracket. But that's it. That's it, people. It's nothing else. Stop overthinking life. Stop overthinking what you need to do, what you could do, what you might do. Anything you don't have, you don't need. If you had it, if you needed it, you would have it. So, millions, billions, Dubai, luxury cars, don't need any of it, F it. You are exactly where you need to be. All you need to do is do more positive things in a day than negative things in a day. The more you stack up the positivities, the less the negativities have space to stack up. You stack those positivities to the ceiling. Now your day is 99% positive. You will be whatever you're trying to be. Rich, happy, peaceful, family man, family woman, whatever you're trying to be. You stack up the positivos and reduce the negativos. You will get there. Stop worrying about your significant other. I don't care if it's your spouse. worrying about your children. Feed them, take care of them, tend to them, be a good parent. Then get back to you. When they go to sleep, time to be you. When they eating lunch, time to be you. Same with your parents, friends, anybody expecting anything of you. Your positive and negative bracket are the most important thing to you. So I'm not about to be out here doing negative things for myself because my significant other needs it. F that. Do negative things for myself because my parents expect it. F that. They don't matter more than you. So stack up the positivos. There's one thing I just heard from Myron Golden. My mom listens to him a lot. He was talking, and David Goggins says this also. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. That is a scientific physics law that Myron Golden pointed out. Things at rest tend to a further state of decay. Think about that scientifically. Plants, if they're just at rest, if they're not growing, if they're not eating, they're basically dying. The world, universes, things that are at rest are going further into nothing. So we're dying every day, people. It's just a fact. You will not be here forever. So as you're growing older age-wise, you're just getting closer to the end. So that's happening. So if you're not actively improving, David Goggins talks about getting 1% better every day. If you work out for 6 months straight and you take 6 days off, you are not better for those 6 days because, oh, I did so well for 6 months that taking off 6 days doesn't matter. Yeah, you're better even in those 6 days than you were 6 months ago, but compared to the person who's at the top, the 6-month working out person, every day that's missed is like wildly pulling that person back from being at the front. So it doesn't matter how well of a streak you're on, the streak must continue, because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And I'm not saying overdo it. Like I mentioned before, I'm not putting in extreme effort at the gym right now. So I'm able to go consistently. And if I take a light workout day, that's my rest day because I'm not exerting myself too hard. So I still have good energy every day. I'm not really too sore. So I don't really take a rest day. I'll just do an easier workout that day. And that feels pretty good to me. That way I'm still getting better. Even if I'm not getting, as significantly better as I am on a full workout day, I'm still a little better. So that person who goes for 6 months straight, instead of taking 6 days off, if they do 6 days of stretching or light exercise, that is keeping them a small percentage better than if you're doing nothing. Working out is the easiest example. It's a very important example because our physical is just as important as our grind, as our mental, as our success. It might be more important. So getting together physically will naturally lead to you getting together mentally. But this most certainly and even more importantly applies to your grind. Every day that you're not pushing that overtime. I'm not saying everybody has to work overtime, but I mean overtime as far as extra effort into yourself. If you work 8 hours, 9 hours, and that's what you do every day, just baseline, then every day that you're not doing anything more than that, you're getting worse. So somebody who was working, let's say, a $50K a year job, every day they're just a $50K a job, $50K a year worker. Let's say they level up to a $150K job. On that first day when they get the $150K job, they should already, it's best to already be adding on to it. Like, I'm going to be going to the gym on top of this. I'm going to be starting a YouTube channel on top of this. I'm going to be starting a side hustle on top of this, Because once you work that 150K job for 1 day, 1 year, whatever, that first day, tomorrow, if you just do what you did yesterday, now you're worse than yesterday. Yesterday was the peak. Every day that you don't do more than yesterday, you're falling down. So that might be hard for people to wrap their head around because they're like, I got a high paying job, I'm successful. Yes, but every day that you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So if you get to a 150K job and coast, there is no coasting. So if you think you're coasting because you just chill, I got the job, I come home and chill, you don't notice it now, but you're falling closer and ever toiling toward complacency. And once you get complacent, you get greedy, you start calling off work, you start working sloppily, you stop investing as much effort as you did to get there as you did on the first day. And that's a fact. I remember how much effort I invested to get my 6-figure job, making like 120, 150, 180K a year. And I got happy. I got comfortable. Did not keep that same grind I took. I was running 10 miles a day at the time when I got that job. Did I keep running 10 miles a day? No. Did I keep running at all? No. That's also significant because I could have just toned it down to a mile a day or, instead of going completely complacent. So if you aren't trying to be better, and I'm not even saying you have to necessarily do something extra, just within that same 8 hours or 9 hours on lunch, try to read up and get ahead of yourself. Try to be better than yesterday in your daily efforts. Try to read some business book about your company. Read some, uh, you know, literature from that world. That is a way to be steadily improving so that when you come in tomorrow, even if you just read 10 pages out of, the Wall Street Journal, some article relevant to your job, now you're mentally a little farther than you were yesterday. And this doesn't just go for jobs. If people are self-employed, if people have side hustles, if people are reading the Bible, if people are being parents, whatever it is, in a relationship, this is super noticeable in relationships. Once that complacency happens, it is always downhill. That's pretty sad, to be honest, because two people can get so happy with each other that they stop trying to do anymore. And then they feel like, well, I've done enough. That person isn't doing enough. That person feels like I've done enough. They could do some more. Once they get comfortable on the first day that the guy isn't, hey, beautiful, I miss you, I'm buying you flowers, and the girl isn't, hey, baby, I love you, come here, let me rub your back. On that first day that stops, now that couple becomes worse than they were yesterday, even if it's insignificantly worse, even if it's only a tiny bit worse. Now being a tiny bit worse than you were on the first day, tiny bit worse than that, tiny bit worse on the second day, you're a tiny bit worse from the second step down the ladder. So even after 35 days, if you're just getting 1% worse, that 1% on the 35th day is going to be so far from how high you were on the first day. I think that's a great example, and that's very real. And it's sad to think about because I've had some amazing relationships. I've had a lot of fun. And I know a lot of people probably can relate to this, being in love, getting your heart broke. It was probably just a matter of getting complacent in some cases. Like, your girl stopped sending you nudes. Your girl stopped, trying to be as hot for you. Your guy stopped going to the gym as much, stopped waking up as early as when y'all first got together. So you're looking at him worse. He's looking at you worse. Now you're cheating. Now he's cheating. Now the dinners are slower. The dating is lesser. The talking is less fun. The trips are less joyful because the effort isn't there. You guys stop getting better. So positive and negative. If you can just imagine what you can do for tomorrow that will be more positive for yourself and execute, you will be getting further from the negative. If you can look at what's negative for yourself and not do it, you will be getting closer to the positive. And one other way I want to phrase this Togi says this, and I heard this a lot before, but listening to him say it made me think about it further. You're either feeding your fears or your dreams. When I used to hear that, I didn't really understand why people would say fear. Like, you're scared of success. You're scared of trying. You're scared of what people might say about you if you fail. To me, fear wasn't a good word. I might have been like fatigued. I might have been like daunted by the task, but I wouldn't have called it fear. But I understand that now to an extent, because I think I understand it fully, not to an extent, because if you're not trying your dream right now, if you're not making positive steps towards whatever it is you want to achieve, I know you want to achieve something. If you're not making positive steps to get there, you're a coward. You're being scared. You're being frightened off. You're being worried by something. It could be you're scared of the fatigue. You scared to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning? Are you like scared to feel tired and have to yawn throughout the day? Oh, I'm so scared. Are you scared to lose that comfort that you feel when you open your eyes and want to go back to sleep? Are you scared of the feeling of going back to sleep? Are you scared to miss that? You know, for me starting this YouTube channel, I would have been scared of what people were judging what I was saying or looking at me like I'm a lame because I'm not a big YouTuber. But how do you get to be a big YouTuber if you don't try? So, duh. But any business that you have, are you scared of how embarrassing it's going to be for the first month when you don't make any sales? Any TikTok business, any page, any book you want to start reading, are you scared that you're going to start and then not finish? Are you scared of the effort it's going to take to finish it? Are you scared of when it comes to that business? Any big TikToker, any big rapper, any big anything that you saw had to be doing it at a super small, embarrassing level at first. Nobody's first song set them into stardom. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody has, I'm not taking away from that, but I'm talking about, let's just be clear statistically and just off of you weren't gonna have a successful business without having maybe a year of absolutely dismal sales. People looking at you like, oh, this person's selling body butters. Oh, look at, now they selling body butters. Oh, now they selling purse. Oh, they think they cool because yeah, a lot of people are going to talk stuff. Are you scared of that? And then you're either feeding your fears or your dreams, how Togi puts it. Really look up to that guy. He's a lot younger than me. Your dreams might be, I want to read this book. I want to start this channel. I want to fix my relationship. I want to, you know, sell these body butters, sell these cakes, start this food truck. Which way are you going? If your credit's effed, so you can't get a loan and start your business, every time you're not fixing your credit, your negativity, you're feeding the fears of, I can't start this business because I don't have the money. If I don't have the money, oh my goodness, how am I going to afford my bills? You scared of not being able to pay your bills? I've been homeless before. I'm all right. It's kind of cool, actually. Cool story to tell to my son's son. He's asking me about my life later. I've been in jail before, 4 months for fighting 2 attempted, what's the names? Wasn't that bad. Got beat up in there, got a little scar on my face, unfortunately. Looks kind of cool, though. I already had this scar. I think I did. Might have got re-damaged. But you'll be all right. Go where you got to go. Do what you got to do. Do not be scared. If you're scared, if you're going feeding into negativity, you're fighting having faith. And that is the biggest sin in religions, in believing in God and spirituality. Do you lack faith? Are you scared of the people who laugh at you and don't like your post? You're scared of them? You're scared of your friends judging you, your parents judging you because you don't want to be a doctor, you want to be a freaking DJ, a surfer, a pilot. But your parents are beating you down because they want to make you a doctor. You scared of them? I'm not scared of my parents. If that, I'm not scared of anybody. Neither should you be. Who cares about the people who laugh at you? Nobody else exists. Who cares about the people who don't buy your products for the first 6 months? They'll buy them eventually. Who cares about the people who don't follow you when you first start trying to get followers? Do you see what I'm saying? There's only positive and negative people. Make sure you're stacking up positives a little bit every day, and you will make it. That's the video. Proud of that one. Proud of where that went. Happy. Day in the life 31 now. Pretty sure. Yes, day in the life 31. What do we got going on? I want to talk business schemes. I went to the gym Monday. You guys already know that. Yesterday, I did a home workout. I'll get to that. And I went to the gym today. Yesterday, worked. Look at me. Working man. Do I like working? No. Do I want to have a job? Not really. It's a little one-day work opportunity. Paid really well. So bang! One day work for the big money. The business schemes are scheming. I told you guys. You just keep knocking at money's door. Somehow, work just falls in your lap, pops up. Don't get paid for quite a few weeks, though. The checks take a minute to mail out. So that's rough. That's brutal. But I worked. I made that amount of money. So the fact that I put out that energy into the universe, that I'm making this type of money, somehow tomorrow the money is just going to find me. Because I'm putting in the work of somebody who made that money. So I put in the work of somebody who made that money, and that's coming delayed, but that just makes me that type of money guy, attracting that type of money. So somehow, I'm going to find some money tomorrow. It just works like that. And I want to talk more about my business schemes for people who might have been keeping up with this, thinking about this. There were two excellent dream schemes that I had in mind. Don't think I've forgotten about them because I have not been talking about them. I'm doing my stuff. One of them kind of set up, kind of did some work on, but it doesn't necessarily have to be something that I do today. It can be, so I'm not taking myself away from that, not taking that away from myself, but I started it. Still an excellent idea, still one of my favorite ideas ever, and I have it going, but it's slightly on the back burner. I don't want to say it's on the back burner because that's what's on the back burner in my head. I'm doing everything, but not doing it every day. Don't necessarily need to right now. Excellent scheme number two. Number two, dream business scheme. That is in motion. That's happening. That's coming. Gonna hear some more information about that today. Got something upcoming later in the month to handle that, to get that. Once I get that, I'll be rich. So if you've been watching, you've seen the come up. You've seen me go from zero to hero. Then there was business scheme that I was making some money from, that I had some revenue coming in, but it was not outpacing the spending that I was doing. That is kind of on low. Your heat and the stove is on the lowest setting right now, super low setting. The money wasn't coming fast enough, and the money that I was making, I had to just live with. Cause but that's there. It's fully set up. That business is done. That's something that is already in the world. So with the effort that I put into that, somehow I keep finding new money opportunities. Remember, I mentioned that to you all. Something else that I made some money from this summer, doing some research studies. Come across those. There's a website called Mercor, MERCOR. My friend highly recommended it. He said people are making a lot of money with it. You can check that out. Somehow I found some super high pay study on Craigslist last year when I was broke and depressed. And they pay super well for like a 3-month long, multi-week study. Super well. And now they be hitting me back sometimes. So did a study for them earlier in the summer. Got another one coming up later this year. Got some good money to be having on the back burner. Happy that they kept me on the email list. Shout out to those guys. Then I found another little AI research study that pays super well too. So look up local studies in your area. Even if you got money, it's going to be some extra money to have. Like I mentioned, the money just finds you somehow when you're reaching out reaching out into the positivity ether with your tentacles, your energy. Give me the money, bring it to me. And I'm pretty sure that's all I had to say about the business schemes. Yeah, y'all, life is going. It's beauty in the routine. Do not watch all of these thinking I should have some super cool thing to say. You should be entertained by the steady journey, the steady grind. That's what they don't put in movies. They put a video montage showing the steady grind, years goodbye, and they were just working. But let's see the work. Let's see the waking up in the morning. Let's see the going to sleep at night tired and then waking up in the morning and doing it again. That's what I'm showing y'all, the steady grind. So excellent scheme number 1, it's a dream $1 million scheme. Excellent scheme number 2, it's a dream $1 million scheme. And that one is closed. Oh, I got some other background schemes. Can't even tell y'all about those, but those are real. Those are official. Those are already in motion. They're just far delayed. So you guys heard it here first. When you see me with the baddest in the city in a lamb truck, you know why. Can't have my son around ladies, but he'll be in the lamb truck. The car seat will be back there. The ladies gonna have to move around the car seat because me and son gonna be in the lamb truck first. When y'all see it, just know I'm not flexing. I'm just showing you God is talking to you through me. Do it, y'all. That's this video. Have a nice week. Have a nice life. Hope y'all are winning the positivity battle every day. Thanks for watching. See you Friday.